at home, starting a new company. And actually, I think the funniest, this shows you Jason's sense of humor, which sometimes gets lost on, as you call them, the Jason haters.
Jaders.
The Jaders, yes. The world is divided into two categories, the Jason haters and the Jason Nation. And
They usually, but people do switch.
They do.
From time to time.
They do.
A lot of the people who are the biggest, the super fans of the show are former Jaders.
Okay. Well, I'm a Jason Nation person, and not that I won't.
You're a member of the nation.
Member of the
Good
nation.
standing.
Yeah. So, but I actually think this is a great summary on his LinkedIn. Jason Calacanis, 1995, nobody. 2000, media titan. 2003, nobody. 2005, media titan. 2007, nobody. And today, question mark, question mark, question mark. So it sort of shows the whims of going up and down the startup world, and nobody has done those more and with more energy and vitality and sometimes controversy than Jason. So I'm going to, because this is about social media, this conference, I'm going to, because he has really had as a weaving thread throughout certainly the last decade of his work, social media. I want to start with a couple of questions. Just you've often been called the blog father. Between you and Nick Denton, you were the first two people that basically were out there saying, well, we're kind of starting this network, but don't pay any attention to this because no one's ever going to make any money on it.
Right.
And then you sold Weblogs Inc., which had some tremendous properties, including Engadget, to America Online about, what, 3 or 4 years after you started it? It was pretty
18
quick.
months.
18 months after you started it, for a reported 25 million, I believe it was, 35 million, somewhere in that area. 30 million. And Nick still owns Gawker and the related properties there. Now America Online is a separate company, and arguably prior to them acquiring TechCrunch, a blog, and Huffington Post, a blog for massive amounts of money. That's really their main business model. Did you sell too soon?
Do you want to hand him the mic?
But when you've got $10,000 left, sorry about that. I guess you could say yes, but when somebody offers you $30 million for a company that's 18 months old and has made $100,000 to date, you sell it. The first company I built was a magazine, and it got to $12 million in revenue, and I was offered 20 for it, and I didn't take it. And then I wound up getting essentially nothing but like 2 years of salary. So I had some battle scars, and I needed a hit, you know, and I was out of money. I literally had $10,000 left in my bank account. And it, I always believed I would have many, many more swings at bat. And sometimes you gotta get up from the poker table, cash in some chips, and that was obviously a good move. And I have a family to take care of. My brother's a firefighter, my other brother is a sales guy at Dow Jones in New York. My parents, you know, I have a certain responsibility to other members of my family too. We grew up, you know, middle class at best, you know, and most months we were not middle class, we were broke and behind. And so, you know, when you grow up poor like that and you have a chance to change not only your own lifestyle but everybody around you, you have an obligation to take it. And so that's what I give advice to young entrepreneurs. Like, when you get those exit opportunities, take it. Trees don't grow to the moon. Yeah, I could have built it for 6 or 7 more years and maybe be worth $100 million or $200 million. But you know, nobody's crying for me, and I've got 5 other companies going right now that I'm sure will do fine. And I've never actually been motivated. You've known me for a long time. I've never actually been motivated by money. If I was, I would be a venture capitalist right now, and I've had plenty of opportunities to do that. I'm a writer and a creator of brands. Too. Yeah, for a little bit I was an entrepreneur in residence. So I like to write, I like to create brands, you know, I like to fuck with media. You know, I have like some things I like to do, you know, and you have to know what you're good at. And making money, you know, it's a sort of this, I think people obsess over it a little bit, and I understand why, because these are big numbers in the industry. But really it's, I mean, I guess this is kind of douchey to say it's about the work, but it is about the work for me. Like, I like to build companies. I like to work with young people who, you know, it's their first job out of school and they want to create something and coach them and build a team. You know, that's what I like. And you know, when a company gets to a certain scale, it's not actually that enjoyable for me. I like the early part, the creation part. That to me is the matter. Creating a brand, creating a logo, creating a name, getting a domain name. What does it stand for? You know, communicating that to people. That to me is the essence, you know, of entrepreneurship and scaling a business, selling it, raising money for it. It's just tactical stuff, you know. And I sort of feel like the industry's lost in that. All they cover is like, you know, people going to the ATM. It's like, oh, this person raised money. Oh, this person sold. You know, it's like, it's literally like covering people just going to the bank or going to pick up groceries. Like, it's not really that important. Let's talk about what they're making. What did they, you know, to the farmer's market, what did you make? You know, like what's on the plate? That's more interesting to me.
Who's